production cam. Here at the Todd and Erin afternoon thing that we are. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hi.
Well, that didn't look good, did it? Okay, so anyway, I fixed the cable. You know why?
Look, your mic's on now.
Even when I'm talent. Like everybody makes fun of us here.
That's
We can
because
still do it.
talent here is synonymous with idiot, but we've been called that
It
before.
is everywhere.
So it really doesn't surprise us.
Anywhere in production, if you're called talent,
they
when
don't
you leave the
like
room,
All right, who's still recovering from that power bump yesterday? Power bump.
I
It was
hear-
funny. We did not have it, other than losing the
We
show,
had a bump.
which was kind of a bummer,
Right.
losing the show. But I mean, there were people on Facebook crying they'd lost like the entire day's
On their
work
phones?
because on their computers and stuff at
Right.
work.
Oh, yeah.
There were power outages all over the place.
Cache Valley, do you know that?
Isn't that weird? All the way to Cache Valley,
So you
and I
won't
guess
get-
it was the traffic that was the worst because all the traffic lights went out.
Not all, just some, here and there.
Tons and tons and tons.
Here and
Just
there.
enough to screw up everyone's
South
life.
Jordan and Sandy got the worst of it. But can you imagine if you worked, oh, by the way, Cache Valley, you're not going to get cheese for a while. Can you imagine being a business that's only based on electronics?
It would
And
make it crippling. Yeah.
What do you do?
It's a little crippling.
Do you get to go home?
I mean, traditionally in media, we usually have generators because you have to stay up, but most businesses don't keep generators.
Sorry,
guys.
There's a scary moment going to happen today. It's probably going on. Oh, it's going on now, isn't it? Washington, D.C. Mark Zuckerberg is sitting in front of
Wow.
42 joint. It's a joint thing, so it's got all these people,
Everybody's ticked off.
and they're going to be drilling them questions about, our personal data and where it went, the Russians and all this stuff.
Well, we all want to know too.
And I was thinking,
That'd be nice.
we've been in meetings, not like that, but we've been like in job applications. You talk for like, an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Now, you're allowed to get up
good.
and pace. There's never been once that we've talked to upper management where Todd didn't have to get up and pace around the room. But poor Zuckerberg, he's screwed. He's just sitting there at the table.
You know what they said yesterday? They said, he's going to go and he's practiced. They've probably been going through this. And they said, but by the 7th hour. And I was like, the 7th hour? And so I don't
Do
know
you get potty breaks?
Yes, you do.
Like lunch?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
Because
that's
I remember
good.
Comey said, excuse me, I have to go. And he did, which is awesome because he was in command.
Oh, it does seem reasonable.
Zuckerberg, though, what are they going to find out? I mean, there's a lot. And the fact that all these congressmen are old enough that they're going to go, what is Facebook? And because they all have minions running their Facebook pages.
Yeah, their
and it's
obligatory
I
Facebook
take my
profile.
face and I put it in a book. And so the questions should be like asinine.
Well, it's funny, though, because you think about it. Think about all the stuff that we put on Facebook. We share our entire lives. And we're always paranoid about our social security number and our email and our password. But if you think about it, literally everything else in our lives, right down to probably our home address or phone number, are right there available for everybody.
Plus-
so it's really not that hard to track pretty much anything about us.
Plus your messages. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Surprise. Yeah.
So we're going to find out today what's going on. All right. I made a video. I like the cookie videos, and I had something come up, and I'll explain it in the video, but I like to call it mystery meat. Let's take a look, shall we?
That's appetizing.
Hi, everybody. Are you ready for a mystery? A mystery of meat. Mystery meat, I say. Here's the story. I have dearest friends, and they've got a 700-pound cow, and they put it in their freezer. Wait, there's people in between there. There's a butcher and stuff, right? And then they put it in the freezer, and they stacked it up and stacked it up. They bought the freezer just for this, and they couldn't fit 4 packages into the freezer, so they brought them to us, and they were labeled soup bones. And I love soup bones. I like soup. Who doesn't? But when they defrosted it and unwrapped them, that's what we found. And that is the mystery meat. Clue number 1. Each one has part of a bone. Now, I was thinking chuck roast, right? But this is like way too tender for a chuck roast. What kind of meat do you think this is? Oh, you know what we'll do? We'll do a contest. Here's the contest. You guess what kind of meat this is. When I cook it up, we'll pretty much know, don't you think? If you are the correct person, you are the winner, and you win the pride of being a winner. And for everybody else, they get to be participants as well. The Mystery Meat Challenge. What do you think it is? Do I bake it? Do I broil it? Or do I braise it? What's your best guess?
Definitely tough. Kind of like chuck steak. I think I'd braise it. Okay, sorry, back. Part 2 will be coming up later. We need to get some information.
Because that is such a drama.
It
We
is.
all want to know what meat.
Don't forget, you
We'll
could
be
win
eating tonight.
that wonderful feeling.
Start with the brown meat,
Let's go to
then we
Daisy's
go
Just
to the
Look Up Our Daily
onions,
News,
and
which
then
is
we
brought to
go
you by
to the
Think
carrots,
McGregor
and we
Mortgage
get
just made
some
some
parsley in there,
Dutch
and some
Mortgage.com.
potatoes.
You will find
Over
that
here,
amazing
we've got
amounts of information within 4 minutes of questions, and someone will call you back within the next business day. Also by Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. If you want to go in and have a personal health analysis, they can tell you everything that's going on with your body. They can customize a plan for you, and you will be stunned at how much better you feel. It's stayfitwellnessclinic.com. And also by All Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air. It's a good time to make sure that all of your heating and cooling implements are ready for the next season. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Hello, everyone. Here's the news on Tuesday, April 10th on GebhardtDaily.com. Unified Police have identified a suspect they say caused the accident that killed an infant and injured 5 other people Monday night in Harriman. The man is 26-year-old Lawrence Probert of Kearns, UPD says. Probert has not been charged in the 3-vehicle collision, but he was taken into custody because of his status with adult probation and parole. Besides the fatal injuries to the 9-month-old girl, the accident caused critical injuries to a 34-year-old man in a Dodge Dakota truck and to Probert's 24-year-old female passenger in his GMC truck. The accident also seriously injured a 3-year-old female, a 24-year-old female passenger, and the 26-year-old male driver in the Chrysler minivan that was also carrying the infant. 5 people are accused of aggravated murder in Duchesne County after officials say they attacked and severely beat a woman and her husband at the couple's home Friday night. The Duchesne County Sheriff's Office stated in a news release that in addition to the attempted aggravated murder charges, prosecutors have also charged the 5 with aggravated assault and aggravated burglary. The charges are all first-degree felonies. 4 of the suspects have the same last name, Tuinman. They are Thomas Neal, Stephanie, Michael, and Samantha Tuinman. The 5th suspect is Byron Tashad Thompson. All 5 were arrested and booked into the Duchesne County Jail. And West Valley City officials have identified the suspect killed Sunday in an officer-involved shooting. The victim was Elijah Smith. Police say Smith robbed a business of a cell phone and was spotted outside a convenience store by officers. Smith reportedly fled and entered a residence in an attempt to escape police. Officers entered the home in which 3 children, ages 9, 10, and 13, were home without an adult. Officers fired on Smith, who died at the scene. And time now for a look at your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's numero uno audiovisual specialists, and also by Magic Wash, home of the long-lasting ceramic car wash, with an outlet in South Ogden and a brand new facility on Antelope Drive in Layton. Enjoy the sunshine today and Wednesday because a change is on the way. Highs should be in the 70s today and tomorrow, with chilly nights actually in the 40s. But a rude surprise comes on Thursday when rain and a drop in temperatures is expected. Expect a high in the low 50s on Thursday and only high 40s on Friday, with lows near freezing both nights. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to GebhardtDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
You know, so we were finding out
Daisy.
just based on last year that maybe our air conditioner is not going to be so great. So I called Leanne over at Connect Heating and Air, and I said, so
She's really nice.
suggestions? Oh, I love her. And she
Right.
said, well, first thing, she says, let us come in. We'll do like a checkup and a tune-up and see if all the filters and everything's working. It's like $39, and it's a special right now. I said, great. And then she goes, and if that's not working, we can talk about the new AC. Do you know they have a 5-year, 110% guarantee on a furnace or an AC, as long as you're like maintaining it and you don't like set it on fire? That's amazing to
this
me.
actually could be the year you don't wait for the last minute.
And she's
Imagine that. It's like a start of a new life for you.
She's kind of urging that. She goes, you know, we always start getting the calls in June when it suddenly cracks 90, and it's
Right.
like, she goes, call us now. Let us come and fix things, and we'll take care of you. She says, we don't upsell, and they don't. It's not what they do. UtahHeatingandCooling.com. By the way, speaking of the big thank you, which we are right now, we wanted to let you know that we appreciate you so much, especially moving to noon with us. And that's why we have dinner for 4 for you at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse. All
do
you
you
have to
win?
do to enter,
do you win?
why, it's very simple, Todd. The same thing you've done for the last year. If you're on the Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approved Facebook pages, just drop a line there about Christopher's or steak or, you know, whatever. And if you're out here with us on Todd and Erin, just do the same. You're qualified, you've entered, and then, of course, we'll draw a winner on Friday. Boom, you're done.
All right. So when you were in school,
Mm-hmm.
did you eat? You had 6 people, kids in your family, so you must have taken lunch with you.
I had school lunch until I was old enough to drive, and then I was never once on campus for the rest of the...
How was your school lunch?
It was standardly bad, like everybody else.
Fish sticks?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Pizza day? Hot dog day?
Pizza day was never good. It was
Never
not like
was.
pizza.
I'll take cardboard, put red stuff on it.
It was pretty much like that, yeah. Why do you ask?
Did you? Well, I was wondering. Did you have a lunch bag, or did you have a, Because when I was a kid, you had a book sack. It's just they couldn't invent something with 2 straps, evidently.
I'm trying to remember. There were people
you-
who had the cool superhero ones, and if I was
Right.
going to have something from home, it was going to be like in a plastic shopping bag or
Right,
something.
right.
There was no money for frivolous things like $15 lunch bags.
And the thermos broke within the first week.
Always.
And always your Spider-Man.
Always leaked, always.
Always did. So here's a story, because a lot of kids are getting back into it in elementary school
Yeah,
and stuff.
our kids carried lunch to school for years because they were gluten free until it got easier. So yeah.
So Pendragon, David Pendragon, nice guy right there, and he
An
noticed
intelligent man with a fine bow tie.
his little cousin was going to school, and decided that he really liked this lunchbox, as you're seeing here, with a kitty motif on it, brightly colored. Oh my gosh, how cool is
Who
that?
does not like kitties?
The bullies.
Oh.
The bullies were giving him a hard time. There were those
Really?
kitties. Look at them.
Oh, they're cosmic kitties.
They are cosmic kitties.
Oh, that is so cute. Their little cosmic kitty heads are
Kittens
floating.
in space.
That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
So he was carrying this, and everybody's giving him crap about it, and the kids were bullying him. So
I hate that.
So David decided that he was going to go and get his own, and went online with it. And he worked in a very conservative office, and he took
He
it.
looks like he's one of those, like a barrister.
He took
or
it
something.
everywhere. He took it to important meetings, and he'd put it up there, and they'd all take pictures of him, and they'd post it, and the other people in the office were like, and put it up. Yeah, it was funny.
And so David realized he was still cool.
Yeah.
And the cosmic kitties were
Yeah.
awesome. And
Yeah.
you can eat lunch from that cosmic kitty lunchbox with
That's
pride.
right. It's a magical food
You know,
that comes out of that.
I love what he said, though. He says there's no one way to be a man.
That's true.
And that for anyone who's like, you have to do this or you're not a guy, it's like, I'm loving that he's telling him that now, because I think that that's got to be a beating for guys growing up, that you have these little rigid expectations that you're supposed to have. Whereas on the women's side, we were really like, you can be anything you want to be. It's good. It's like, guys,
Really? Do you really think it was that positive? You think about your childhood. Was it, I can be anything? No. You wanted to fit in, and people were mean to you.
But what I'm saying, though, is that as guys, I think you have it harder. I'm not going to lie. I think, there's probably women wanting to throw stuff at me. I think it's harder.
Well, that's
The
what...
expectations for you and the requirements of what it is to be you, I think, are a lot harder than they are for women.
Easily solved. That's what you do. You can hide in the swamp.
Or you can bring a cosmic kitty lunchbox.
That's so cool. All right, coming up, there's a sting going on. The police.
Dun,
They're
dun, dun,
looking
dun.
for you, and we're going to tell you what that is coming up next.
The Todd and Erin Morning Stream is brought to you by UtahCreditApproval.com. Bad things happen to good people, but you can get your credit back on track and get a reliable automobile by giving them a call. 801-404-7201. And also by Columbus Travel with spectacular deals on cruises and all-inclusive vacations. Go to ColumbusVacations.com. And all Utah Plumbing, Heating, and Air, where they have a winter special that they can check out your furnace and make sure that it's operating efficiently, saving you hundreds of dollars in energy bills. Just go to allutahplumbing.com. Did you know that you can catch the Todd and Erin Morning Stream on Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, and GephartDaily.com any time of the day or night?
Hello, welcome back, and there's the noontime construction cam.
It looks very professional. Tell me about this big sting, because this is kind of interesting.
Well, if I tell you about it, isn't that like a spoiler, and then you won't be caught doing something illegal?
No, because it's the same way police always go. We're going to have traffic stops at this location, and this, and you're like, well, then wouldn't we just avoid those and go speed somewhere else? But they still tell you because they're like that. They're sporting.
I didn't tell you this. I saw something the other day. There's a city truck. And you've seen the signs they set up with the solar panel, and it tracks your speed, and it goes, slow down, you're going 36 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And so I was following it up our street, and it's kind of a busy street, and he had 4 of them, and they were back and back. I mean, they were connected to each other. And this guy was driving like a bat out of hell. He took a corner, and they all went up on one wheel. And it was like, wait a minute, is that ironic that he's going to be telling other people to slow down?
That is so good.
Seriously, it was like...
He took that corner by like...
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So he took the corner, and like they all went up on one wheel. And I went, that drips with irony, doesn't it?
That's hysterical.
All right, so here's the new thing.
Okay.
The police are going, and I so wanted to do this. They put a sting on people doing crosswalks.
I've seen one of those before down by the Salt Palace. It was actually very satisfying to watch.
Not the jaywalkers, because they've done that before. Yeah. This is for the cars not stopping for pedestrians.
Yeah, I mean, so they have a guy who'll go through a crosswalk. I stopped him. That's how I found mine.
I think we need the board.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We need the board. Thank heavens for the whiteboard. Yes. Okay, babe.
All right, and don't forget, this is the law. So here's your deal, and let's say you're a car, and you're here. You're here. That's your car. And you're going to turn this way. And here's a pedestrian upside down, as they always are. And they're going to walk across here like that. At what point can you turn through that lane with that pedestrian going across?
If my understanding is right, and I'm trying to point in the right direction, it's when he's 3/4 of the way across. He's past the halfway mark where you are, and then he's 1/4 of the way through, so that, because people usually like kind of cut into those corners. I've almost been hit before when people make a really sloppy turn, and I think that's where it's supposed to stop. So that
you're going to prison. Okay, so here's what happens. So this person, he walks across here. Mm-hmm. As soon as he hits the center line, you can go and make the turn. That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Good.
So
nice
you won't go to prison, you won't go to jail, and you guys have a good day. And we will see you tomorrow right here on the Todd and Erin noon thing that we have no name for.
I'm liking lunch hour. The Todd and Erin lunch hour.
Don't know yet. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.